Victor. I'm here on the negative side with my partner, Nick. I'd like to speak a little bit today about the effectiveness of the wall. Firstly, I'd just like to point out that when Mexicans come into the country illegally, they come here for a reason, and it's the same reason that many of our ancestors came to this country, and that's because of the American dream. And I feel that drugs really give a lot of these people a bad name when they're just coming to look for a better life. And it's a very important point that of the illegal immigrants here today, 56% of those immigrants have been here since before the year 2000. So that's more than half. And Jason Appleson, a PhD of New Mexico State University, says that building a wall will have nothing to do with those who came illegally and just overstayed, whether they're on a visa or something along those lines. There are some sections of the border that are not well patrolled, as my opponents have stated, as well as my partner. In certain areas of Texas, there's one area in Laredo, Texas, that has a 84% effectiveness rate, which means that 84% either were caught or turned around, and the other 16% actually got into the United States. And in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas, there's an astounding rate of 29% of people that were getting in at that section of the border. And in the year 2000, 1.6 million illegal aliens were caught crossing the border. And in 2010, only 463,000 were caught. And many would say that that these rates are going down, mainly because many people are just not coming in anymore. As I stated, over half of the illegal immigrants have been here since 2000. And another fact of the matter is that the economy is in the state that it's in today, with unemployment at 7.5% in 2013. And in 2010, 3.6 million pounds of marijuana were caught through the borders, 254,000 pounds of cocaine, 4,200 pounds of heroin. Now, about 40% of these were caught through the sections where people are allowed to go in, basically not along the deserts. So that shows that a lot of these drugs are coming in, but there's the manpower there to actually stop it, along with all the other tools they have. But it seems to me that it's just the manpower that needs to be given an extra boost. In 2011, $25 billion worth of drugs were sold in the United States and were given back, obviously, to the drug cartels in our southern neighbor of Mexico. The wall won't necessarily stop this, but once again, the manpower will. And there's a 1 to 3 ratio of people getting in. So for every one person that is caught, we usually get into the United States. They have a quote here from Sylvester Reyes of Texas. He states, "You can't ever seal the border. You can never stop anything 100%. As long as there's a market, as long as there is a profit, there will always be someone taking a chance on getting that product through." And that's a very bold statement from a man who is a part of the representative system now and was actually head of the border patrol at one point. Now I got a quote from Douglas S. Massey, a PhD of Princeton University. He states that migrants got wise and simply went around the built-up sectors and crossed through empty deserts and wild sections of the Rio Grande. And another quote from Rick Perry, Texas government and Republican, says, "We need these individuals to grow our economy. The issue of people who want to legally, thoughtfully, and appropriately come to America to work and help us build our economy. For those people, we should quickly come up with a program and an identification card to do that." Another fact of the matter is that it may hurt our relationship with Mexico as a country, whether it's trade or anything along those lines. Many people think they're not as an important asset as they really are. There's a lot of benefits with the individuals themselves, the illegal immigrants, and the country as a whole. I'd like to state that unauthorized immigrants make up about 25% of farm workers, and that's just in farming. and there was a total of 40.4 million immigrants in the United States, 25% of those being illegal. Most of these immigrants they mainly cross to find work. The comparison in wages from here to Mexico. Here in America, there's an average of $60 per day. Those are the wages for the average American, and in Mexico, there's only down to $5. They come here and they work for lower wages. Since there's such a big gap, they're still making a lot more than what they would make back home. And obviously, they won't tell authorities that they're here illegally, so they do what they can. A lot of people don't know that Mexico has the 13th largest economy in the world. The value of their exported goods coming into America went from 40 billion to 210.8 thousand in 2007, which is a 430% increase. In 2007 alone, $136.5 billion worth of their goods were exported, our goods were exported to Mexico. So they're a very good trade asset, and they help our economy. And with pacts such as the NAFTA, which is the North American Federal Trade Agency, this allows us to trade with Mexico and Canada as well, since it's North American, to trade at a lower rate, which eliminates tariffs and reduces inflation, and even helps our small businesses grow